following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
The creepy, eerie inside is filled with strange objects, bizarre shapes covered in sheets. There's a big, partially dismantled, wrecked up saucer off to one side.
Doesn't look like much has changed.
No, most of it's just dusty.
Alright, same entry point as last time.
Yep, hope there ain't that music box there, like you said.
Pulls out roll tape. It's a hunt for we got to hunt for the music box.
Yeah.
It should be pretty easy. The perception follow the 20.
Oh, by the way, I did take a quick glance at the poll results. One person did guess that the thumbnail was in fact a FNAF reference. Don't know who that was, but they're the smart boy. Yeah, you
Depends when you checked, because I already did it today. So
I checked like right before the game came out.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that franchise.
24 to track down the music
You
box.
find the music box sitting on top of a thing.
And set it off to the side, away from the stuff we're about to move.
Okay.
Right.
okay, let's get going.
The old strength checks to move the box.
Okay, yep.
An assist.
I get to 17.
I only get to 9.
No assist.
17 and up.
You move the box aside. Somehow your tape came off.
Derek, did you consider just winding it?
Does it have a...
Yes. You don't see the key for it though. It's just like a little circle on the right. You can turn the circle.
I don't know if this is a smart.
Alvin's already on the lock. He's got torch in mouth.
Right, yeah, because you'll have to get through the ANS door. Wind it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stay there with my hand on top of it and watch it while he deals with the door.
Neat.
Does it look like the tape was cut?
No, it came off.
Just came off somehow. Still sticky?
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's not just because the music box is dusty as fuck. I don't know what it's like to tape something that's dusty as fuck.
You bastard.
Oh, I've rolled another 2, but I'm busy trying to...
Yeah, you can get that open.
Fucking shitty asshole. I thought you were on that, Derek.
You let go briefly. I saw you lean. Sorry, that was unintentional. Must spills out.
Alright.
The light that was in there is now very weak and flickering.
Alright. Since we're coming out, does that mean we should just leave this open?
Sure.
A new layer of tape. Even though I don't know if it was the dust or not, there'll be no dust where I put the old tape.
Keep going, mummify that box.
Yeah, I was going to go around that way and then loop it around the...
And then if it comes
90
off, I know
degrees.
it's suspicious.
Sure it is.
And then...
Here's the problem, though. If you wrap it up in too much tape, then you won't be able to get to it to stop whatever it's doing when it starts playing again.
blow it up. Once we're coming out, we don't have to be so quiet. Find a grenade, blow that thing up. I don't know. Fuck. Probably will make things way worse.
Yeah, then it can keep turning and winding the thing that will never wind up for
if
infinity,
it-
and
if
it
it
will always
ca-
be loose.
If it kills my mom, ain't nothing in the verse gonna save me.
If it kills your mom, I think it's also killed me.
Oh, it has!
Moving on. Here you are on the long, dank, chill, dripping. There's cracks in the concrete wall from lack of maintenance and age, and obviously like some earthquakes and earth shifting that's gone on.
Fuck my actual life.
It tastes like the 40s.
Drip, drip.
And I know what that tastes like now.
Tasted better than now.
Ugh. Well, it's like pure concentrated 1940s.
I think they just didn't know how to make things to last this long.
Look, to be fair, I think that's an ANS thing.
Yeah, well.
Anus score.
Here's hoping that airlock still works.
Drip.
Hey, Derek, do me a favor. You take point here for a second. I just want to need to have a word to Roxanne.
Copy.
And scream if anything gets you.
A manly scream, of course.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll take point and let you have a sus conversation.
And Alvin's just going to turn to her and just be like, military did it to Jen.
Huh?
They made her the monster. They injected her with some shit. Gonna build a team of titans that can just whoop ass all across the world, make all the friends and allies afraid of us.
Did they do this because they knew who she was from our trip in the past?
I don't know, it was all related to some papers that were just lying on the ground. Project Giants.
I don't know how to feel anymore. Poor Jen. She hates that thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, did we do that? Is that because we did the thing in the past, they got something on her to stick in her later, so she is cyclically time-fucked?
Well, that's what I was wondering. Did they target her because she was just a high school girl, right?
Yeah, that's why they went after her, because she was a brilliant high school...
Oh, her and her little boyfriend doing all their junior detective work and actually catching criminals.
They actually cited Scooby-Doo mysteries in a report.
Huh.
Oh, we better catch up to Derek in case we get out of screaming range.
I'm not entirely sure you're not the imposter. You were just made a sus noise.
It's true.
Hungry? Hungry for crewmates?
Not for tasks.
Not for tasks. I noticed it's never tasks. Join one of my lobbies, just like 40 tasks each.
I wasn't doing my tasks because I delegated them to someone else.
Eventually they catch back up to innocent, blissful Derek.
Howdy.
Hi there, Derek.
Okay, that creeped me out.
Yeah, what was up with that? I think you can go up front now.
Everything's fine, Derek.
It's like she's back when I took command.
No, I'm just messing with you. Come on, let's go.
Not everything's fine. Not Derek. Not go.
It's not good. It's
Bad boy.
This has a pretty spooky atmosphere now. Hoping it's still all good on the inside, or at least as good as ANS tech can be.
You know the odds of anyone still being alive down there is slim to none, right?
I don't think so. If it were, wouldn't Professor Mildred have been like, oh dear, you need to... He said we were going to go out with people. Professor Mildred said we were going to go in there and take the people out.
Mr. Zarkov might not be alive, sure. It's been some years, but
Well,
surely
so
someone
you saw
will be.
how old, at least he was, from being down there. Most have been in there for the same amount of time.
I would like to get him outside, at least for a while. He's still alive.
That's why I brought a camera, because at least he might... Wanda could see how we lived.
Yeah. Progress
If
down the
Wanda
hall.
wants to see how we
Splish.
live.
Splish. Splat.
The water
Well.
damage doesn't bode well, though.
You come across a section of wall that's actually like crumpled away.
Are we deep enough to hit like a water table? Where the fuck's all the water coming from?
I don't know.
Can't you put your hand on the wall and tell? Earth sense.
Fire sense.
Wind sense.
Well, I could probably try and get just an idea of the direction the water's coming from. 18?
See, in my expert
It's coming from off to the side somewhere. There seems to be some water there.
Seems to be coming from
Or some not ground, I should say.
a passageway through that side.
Guess it could be a natural pool, or it could be their water system is leaking. Hopefully not the second one, because I imagine they'd need that.
Has that ocean been finished yet? The fake?
That's on the other side. That's
Yeah.
literally diagonally on the opposite side of the city.
I know
There's
it
no
is, but-
fucking way it could be that.
Well, no, I didn't know if there was like if it something that was, it had an underground channel that was down here that was dry and just flowed all the way through or something. Was my only
No,
theory,
there's,
but
there's no fucking way.
yeah. Never mind then. I won't consider that. Yeah, don't know what happened. I mean, there's not a lot of water in Nevada in general.
All right, well, let's just double time, because this place does not look like it's holding together well.
Yeah.
Do we need to clear rubble to
No, you
proceed?
can step over it.
Okay.
It's a small form.
It just looks like a normal little collapse happened.
Yeah.
No, like,
Water damage just weakened to this part of the wall and it fell away. You move on a bit further and like the lights are just straight up not working anymore. You know those over here? Like, they're just straight up not working anymore.
well, that makes sense. If the water's rusting out everything, it's probably shorted the power somewhere. Or they just blew at some point.
I wonder how they were getting power down here in the first place. Was it running all the way down from the surface, or
Probably got their own power plant, I'd imagine.
running off what?
Same stuff the Volt ones were, probably.
Good. More nuclear and water problems. That would suck.
Yeah, that's a bad combination, I'm led to believe.
Nuclear in most things is a bad combination.
Nuclear is the best form of energy we have.
Yeah.
Real talk.
When it's
real
all
talk.
regulated and safe.
Well, modern nuclear. I don't mean like Chernobyl era, or even like 80s era. Modern nuclear is pretty damn fucking clean and safe. It generates the amount of nuclear waste per person. I think. What country was this? The UK. Nuclear power would generate per person an amount of nuclear waste in that person's lifetime equivalent to the size of a can of Coke. Tell me why you're not using it, guys. I know why we shouldn't use it in New Zealand. It would have to be run and operated and built by New Zealanders. Do you
Yes.
want that? Every time there's a rugby game, they just let it melt down?
Yeah.
Typical New Zealand.
Okay, so you start running through the incredibly long tunnel that you needed a bike for before.
Or at least a black jog so we didn't trip over anything. Calls it caving.
Some great amount of time later, you arrive at that door. Rusty and old.
Alright. Well, Bonnie showed me how to get through this thing last time, which I assisted with.
Just hoping it hasn't failed in a more catastrophic way.
Who cares? It only needs to open one more time.
Does look like it could probably just push it over.
Need a hand?
I need some light.
Much better, thank you, Aziz.
And an 18 on the die.
Nice.
Clunk, 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 and then it wedges. You can't get it open anymore.
Enough for us to, like...
You can get it.
So, like, I can get in, and, like...
They'll have to squeeze, but they can get
Yeah.
in.
I think
Derek,
that's
because
it.
he's large and broad, and Roxanne because she has big old titties.
Alright, time
But if April O'Neil can get through a storm drain,
Yeah.
Squeeze.
Squeeze.
Degeneracy.
And I should go last because it's easy mode for me and I can push from out here.
I take it there's a similar state of disrepair on the inside of the quarantine majigger.
It is still exactly as you left it, although a little more tarnished.
Okay, this time we don't put on the spacesuits.
Yeah, we
Are
don't
you sure?
turn
Are
on
we
the
worried
air
about the
motor.
vapors?
Vapors. That was a good one.
We don't put on the spacesuits. Let's move on.
Poor Bonnie. She falls down so often.
Well, I'm not too sure if the this door will work, but hopefully.
Well, so the airlock probably never even cycled in the first place, so let's just force opening.
Yeah.
And then we'll try and force it open. With the 15 on the dice.
Yeah, the door does not budge.
Shit.
Possibly because the other one is open.
So that's still, the airlock is still functioning in that regard.
Maybe we
Can
gotta
I-
try and close
oh.
that.
Can I say, in the groove that the huge door would go into, can I say a little like sensor or something that I could just hold?
No,
No? Okay. So it does require it to be actually
it's
closed.
actually part of the locking mechanism.
Alright. Derek, you think you can get that shut again?
I can give it a shot.
I'll give you a hand. Come on.
Oh.
We'll give it the old physical attempt first.
Give it the
18.
old college try that none of us have been to.
Good thing I'm failing to assist you with a 7.
You can pull it shut. And by the door you're by, you hear like...
Huh, at least the lock cycle.
So there's still electronics going down here, even if the lights went out. Good to know.
Could be a mechanical system, but even that's likely to fail.
Well, let's hope Anus Tech can hold out for a little bit longer.
One more cycle on those doors.
Let's go see who's home.
Yeah.
The other side of this door, how's the air smell?
Musty.
Musty and full of creepy music.
Inside is dimly lit by flickering lights. The atom punk style, ANS vault style technology that you are used to is dusty, unkept, abandoned. There's dust on the floor, but the lights are dim and sort of pale. It's very warm, but dim. I keep saying that because I want to get across that they're on, but they're old, and the old light bulbs are very, very... They don't throw light out like a new one.
I'm guessing very yellow, almost orange.
Very warm. Yeah.
Especially when they've been running for this many years.
There's a soft hum.
There's still juice to the place. Can't say how much.
And it just only needs to last a wee bit longer.
Hanging lab coats rustle slightly as air begins flowing from somewhere. The hum increases. You see the vents, like the louvers on the vents, just open a bit.
Air conditioning is still running. Here it's musty, but I'll get to flash back to something new.
Anybody make out what that said?
Negatory.
Negative. Do we call out?
Well, we weren't met at the gate this time, so let's go look at it. First thing we should do is actually see if there's still the security office like there was in that other...
There's not. Right, new layout. The chamber you are in is a modest-sized, 20-foot-long, rough oblong. It has a door leading off of every wall, including the one you came through.
Would we be on one of the short oblong sides?
Yes.
Let's do a rough thing.
There are, like, big, riveted glass panes like that on the far walls past the doors, which are midway down the wall on both sides, but they are so clouded over you can't see through.
Copy that. Clouded over with something on this side or the other?
You know how very, 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 very old windows sort of turn that misty color,
yeah.
plus dust and maybe temperature difference, of course, to like be foggy and murky. You can't really see
Spatial, yeah.
through. You can see that there is lighting on the other side, though.
Well, there's a lot on the other side of both these, but
There is no labeling on any of the doors because why would you need it?
Hello, is anybody here?
Here, 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 here.
it may not be correct, but I'm going to say that the door we entered through is the south side of the map.
That makes sense.
No response.
Alright, comms on and check.
Your comms work between you.
Okay.
Okay, good. No interfering signals down here.
Well, at the moment, who knows if we go a few rooms away from each other and what will happen, but yeah.
Alright, split up and search faster. 3 doors, 3 people.
I don't see there being any major threat, but
If
do be
there
aware
is-
that who knows, these people might have, if there's anyone left here, they might have been driven mad, so
Well,
try not to hurt them too much if you can, but if you have to bring them down, do it.
Well, and we know they had shotguns, so at least watch for tripwires.
Good call.
Okay, Derek, you want to take left, Alvin right, and I'll talk center?
Who wants to go first? I mean, all of you are doing it at the same time, but I'll handle it one after the other. After you.
Maybe just rotate.
Yeah, Derek first, taking the lift door, or the west door.
Okay. Derek, he requires all of his strength to open this valve.
I used literally all of it.
It's a
Getting
great deal of effort, but it does eventually creak open. Dust and rust shower him as he hauls it open. Everyone's sort of dealing with it. We're doing everyone focusing on you. No one comes over. No one does anything.
Well, they've got their own doors.
Yep.
To pull open.
And he stumbles inside, panting like an old man.
And shining my light around.
Right, it's a corridor. It is slightly wider than the door, and it goes on for about 10 feet. There is a door on the, what for your drawing will be the north wall, a door on the south wall, and a door at the far end.
Okay.
These all look a lot easier to open, a lot less substantial doors.
Actually, I just realised from your description exactly how that would work. It would be like that, wouldn't it?
It would.
In the interest of searching rooms closest to the exit first, I will take the left door. And
Cardinal directions, please.
oh yes, this would be the south door.
Right. Oh, okay, yep. That does not require a strength check to open if you have a strength of 2 or more.
I do.
Then you open that door.
Excellent.
Beyond, the room is not lit. You play your torch around. There is a lot of mist in the air. It's cold in here. Real cold. There is the humming that you've been hearing clearly comes from this room. And there is also like a clunk, 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 and a rattling noise. Like an old engine that's not so good. You play your light over things and you see like big cylinders with frost on the outside, puddles of water on the ground, big pipes going into things, and big engines. And there's like all kinds of, there's like big yellow faded warning stickers you can't read anymore because that was red on yellow. What a fucking awful combination.
Yeah.
And now it's just become beige.
Sounds like, just from the description, this might be their water purification or pumping or something like that. But I will step in and
Splish.
double check that there's at least a fluid that smells like water. I'm not going to taste it.
It does not smell like water. It smells chemical. Oh, you touched it?
Yes.
Please make a fortitude saving throw.
That is how Derek became a Ninja Turtle.
24. 23, sorry.
Okay. You quickly withdraw your hand at the slightest touch as the very tip of your finger burns with an intensity of cold.
Christ.
You do not suffer any nerve damage you're aware of.
Well, in that case, I won't touch any more of the fluid.
By 3 points.
Close.
Close as a lingerie shop without a front window.
I'll do a quick check around the room for any people or any...
There's an open toolbox with some tools lying around on a desk near it, but they're all shitty and
old and dusty.
and crusty.
Anything about on the desk that has survived the ages?
The desk has barely survived the ages. The ANS brand desk is in fact made out of rust and is held together by good intentions and spit.
I see. Well, there's no readable
Yes, the
labels
desk
on
in the
machine.
room that's designed to handle liquids isn't rust-proof.
Yeah. Fucking A&S.
Neither is the tank. By the
Which
way.
would be with the liquid on the floor. Well, I'll check those pipes all just sort of run off out of the...
They're all got condensation on them.
They'll be very likely containing that
You
fluid.
listen closely to one and it goes...
Okay, so they still have it in there, and it sounds like that motor is still sort of moving fluid.
Yeah, you would definitely come to that conclusion. You're a mechanical guy.
I will actually give it a quick assessment without diving into its components too much.
Mechanical check. If you don't have mechanical, which you do...
I do. 19.
It's an older model, but it still checks out. This would easily actually keep working for another 2-3 years before it failed utterly and seized up.
And likely just lack of maintenance has caused this.
Damn bad design. This was never intended to work this long. Which, once you learn what it's for, is weird.
No other doors in this room. No. Okay, I will exit.
Yeah, so what kind of motor was it? Like providing
It's like
power,
a pump. It's a
Yeah,
pump.
a pump.
Basically powering a pump. Or a series of various pumps.
Yeah. It would either have to be that, or there'd have to be some sort of boiler or chamber in here to make that stuff vapor and move it through those pipes.
Okay, so it's probably actually like part of the cryo.
Yeah, something cryo. They've been keeping something on us, or a cooling system for something.
Like say a nuclear plant.
Yeah, perhaps. If we have it moving on to something else, I'll take the north door next.
North door can be opened with a strength of 4 or higher without a check.
This will take a check.
Okay.
I mean, technically, apparently, my bike has 4 strength, but it doesn't have hands.
Yeah, you're just going to drive round and round on the wall and undo it.
I could like go chain
Make the
off
roll.
wheel. Oh, net 20. 27.
You do it,
All of
one
my strength
you do it with
again.
one hand! You do it with one hand, you open that thing up. North, the room is dark. I love how he never turned on the light switch in the other room, by the way. The room before you was dark.
Yep. Pan the torch through.
In this room, there are a number of lockers. There are, like, strapped down pyramids of pipe sections. It looks like some kind of supply spare parts room.
Okay.
There's machine parts, big cogs, big canisters of something, and an ANS computer terminal. It is, however, completely broken. From the scorch marks around the monitor, it looks like it's burnt out.
Blown in some way. I will remember that this is a storage room, and after checking for people or bodies, do you want an actual check for that? Or
No,
just
you can easily make your way around a supply cupboard.
Yeah. I will come out. There's one last door left on the side, the west door.
Okay, 4 didn't do it. You're going to have to make a check for this one too.
Can I do a third natural 20 in a row for openings of doors? No, but I did get a 17.
For a total of...
No, that is the total. 15 plus 2.
You almost do it, but it seizes up at the last minute and you realise
God damn.
that you're going to have to either get some additional leverage on this or get help.
Visible pry bar.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the pry bar. And I guess if I use my variable pull, I get 2 extra points of strength.
Right. Go ahead.
Is 4 enough without a
Yeah,
check?
just make another check.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, so that's 15 plus 4. 21.
Okay, cool.
21.
You get that door open. You open the door and a large amount of noise thunders through. The green glow from beyond shines through a big misted over, like seeped, damaged window as you look through into the slightly lit room, which appears to have like a row of control panels or something, like a very secure looking door flush with beside them, and a big open window looking through into what you can barely make out seems to be some sort of power plant.
And it's got a glowy green light.
Yeah, because it's a comic book setting, it's not blue.
Yeah. So I'll do, from the doorway, I'll do a check for bodies and people, just in the room that I can
You don't see
that.
any.
And cracks in that window.
No.
Okay. For now, I will lever
There are
this
no
door
cracks in the window.
wall.
You didn't check for that.
No. I'm going to close this door again for now, just
Okay.
in case. And I don't exactly know the size, but it doesn't have too much.
I would have looked at the control panels to see if there were any alarming readings, but you didn't.
I also don't want to go into the room.
Okay, with those 3 rooms checked, we will now go over to the next person in sequence with their door off.
I went in the right door off the first.
East.
Okay. You can get that door open without much trouble at all, actually. It seems a lot more maintained than the other doors.
Before Alvin does that, he's going to take a picture of the starting room that we went through, just like stand in one of the corners, get like the 3 point.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Then go into.
You have 23 photos left on your roll.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember the old... I think it was like there was the 10 photograph film rolls, there was like the 15s I remember, then I think it was 24 and 36 were the next 2.
I think the disposable cameras were intended to be that one too.
Yeah. This is your issued camera though, so it's got like the cartridge roll. Not the roll you have to stretch over, it's one of those old cart ones.
Oh, nice.
Because the fewer parts for an agent to fuck up in the field, the better.
Yeah.
Yes, it's less concealable. I had one of these cameras that was like that. It was a pre-round spool. Plunk it in there.
And is the room beyond dark?
It is not. It is dimly lit with lights that came on when you opened the door.
Then Alvin will stand in the doorway, sweep, look down, check no tripwire,
No, indeed. This is an office.
and then enter and have a look around the room.
This is an office. There is a door on the far wall. The room is about the same size as the entry room.
Purposes of the office? Was it like paperwork?
There's a
being done?
single desk with an ANS computer terminal that is off. You don't know if it's broken or not. There is a filing cabinet behind it. It has a lock on it, but the filing cabinet is basically a square of rust. So you could probably actually just poke holes in it and get whatever you wanted out. There is, however, a big puddle under the filing cabinet as a pipe in the ceiling right above it has leaked. And there's a big stain down that sort of duck egg blue wall. And the filing cabinet obviously has rusted through contact to large amounts of whatever came out of that, probably. There is a squeaky old-style office chair in front of the desk. And there is a photograph frame, but the picture in it is very faded. It seems to depict some kind of woman.
Yeah, so Alvin will take a picture of the setting there before he fucks with anything. Probably will pick up the picture just so they can identify maybe it later in terms of evidence.
On the back,
and
it has some writing, but it has also faded away.
and then is the style of desk something that has drawers worth going through?
It does.
So I'll do that in the hopes they haven't been waterlogged or destroyed.
They are metal drawers, and they make a sound when you pull them open, but they do open.
I rolled the 16 in my associated going through other people's crap.
Pencils, a circular eraser, 2 printer ribbon cartridges for a typewriter that is not in evidence, a spiral-style notebook.
Unused?
It has only got like one. It's got a bunch of pages missing out of it, obviously, judging from the thickness. But it does have just one word written on it,
Yep.
and that word is Archangel.
I will remember that because it might be a password written somewhere later in the base.
I just have the uncontrollable urge to take ink rubbers.
Well, so you can say.
Alvin will then close the drawers when he's done with them, so that'll preserve the contents. Probably poke at and try pulling one of the drawers out of
The inside is a pulpy mess.
right, and then try turning the terminal on. Not going to blow up on me.
Password.
Archangel.
Welcome, Dr. Zarkov.
Okay. I'm into their filing system for a given value of how good or useful that is. And
I should
Acknowledgement from Roxanne.
Yeah, so that comes through the radio?
Yeah.
Ignore that firepower. Oh, if you see any fluids leaking from any pops or anything, don't touch it. I don't know 100% what it is, but it's real cold.
Cool. Thanks for that warning, Derek. I just assumed this was water. I'll take that under advisement.
Yeah, I did too.
And start going through the terminal.
Alright. It's a command prompt, so there aren't menus.
Slash door.
Nope.
No directory. God, I think all of our training has been like DOS based. I don't know if there's anything. Probably ANS, if there's like, just typing in ANS, seeing if there's anything that gets the OS version to post.
Okay, ANS is close enough to a prompt to get you ANS brand vaulted to terminal.
Alright. Help. See if it brings up the command list.
Help is available by typing help in the subject.
Dirtbag! Help to the subject.
What subject?
Oh. Probably still use the same terms, like the System 32, directories, diary entries, help.txt.
Okay. It may be confusing for the highly advanced computer systems being installed in your vault. Therefore, the help system has been designed to help you through your daily use of this. You can try helping on certain subjects, such as typing, "Help! How do I use this?" "Help! Shutdown!" "Help! Directory!" or "Help! Operations!" Try various help commands yourself, and soon you will be an expert the anus way.
Yes, soon I will be an expert on anus. Thank you, machine. Thank God, Roxanne.
He likes men's butts and he cannot lie!
So help directory, help operations,
directory is a command that can be used to show directories if directories have been enabled on your terminal.
Try that to see if they are.
They have not.
I'll try the if there
I'll
is.
just try the command enable directories.
No, it's for help enable, help disable, and then figure out all the switches are to see if you can turn it off.
Help is now enabled. Then you type help disabled.
Oh,
Help is
no.
disabled.
Help enabled.
Help has been enabled.
Help. How to enable.
Help has been enabled.
Oh God, I remember these days. Not fondly, but remember. Directories enabled.
Directories have now been enabled. This means you can put files in various directories to make them easier to access later. Would you like a tutorial? Why, Ian?
Yes.
Unfortunately, a tutorial is not available. A request has been logged. Error. Unable to contact remote server.
Alpha is going to just keep sitting there battering his head away at the
Eventually
terminal.
you will get some information. Eventually you will find your way into possibly the only bit of information that's still on this thing that can be retrieved. And it appears to be some kind of journal entry.
That makes sense.
This is Dr. Zarkov's journal entry. Obviously no one is coming for us. I think perhaps we were lied to and stuffed down here and forgotten about. Either that, or
Everyone who knows
or another war is kicked off, and everyone who knew we were here is dead. In the case that it's just some kind of happenstance that we're all trashed down here, I am going to try and construct for myself a cryogenic suspension pod, with hopes that I might actually survive until you come find us. I had to seal the others in long ago. This facility isn't really designed to last a long time, and I have to wonder why then is it powered by a nuclear reactor?
Alvin's actually going to just like keep your eyes out for a nuclear reactor, and it looks like Dr. Zarkov may have also put himself in cryogenic suspension.
Oh, you get back from Dirk. Yeah, I just found that.
Be good, for the love of God, be good.
You hear buttons clicking. This is unrelated to
I found a plastic star and a square, and they don't go in the hole.
Oh no.
Well, I think I've had enough of the big green for now.
Wise. Alvin's probably spent so long there. Makes sense to go to Roxanne.
No. We're doing each one in
Okay.
turn.
If one door.
One door at the other side of the thing, so I guess I'm headed east.
Okay, if you have strength greater than 2, you can open this door with no trouble.
Yes, absolutely no problem.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, you don't need to check. It's troublesome, but you open it. There is no light beyond.
Try turning the light on.
You do that. This appears to be like a medical bay and like a gym. Like there's a treadmill and some things. It is grossly disused. Practically worthless.
Do they leave any records lying around for why they would be? The one thing Alvin will do is he will look at the side of any of the weights or any machines like that to see where they were posted. Like, are they lifting ridiculous weights for the super soldiers, or
There is a full set of ordinary weights here, so you could possibly get it up to about 350.
okay, that's not like Stephanie weight.
Here. Are you saying I'm fat?
And look for any more exits out of the room.
Yeah.
So I've hit.
Now you're done.
I've hit it in.
Alright, Roxanne, center door, arrogant bitch, you get the cool one.
Oh. 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 Oh.